Hey everybody, it's Kyle Winn with Sage Realty here with your March 2021 market update for Riverside County. Quarter one is in the books and I have some amazing numbers to share with you. You're definitely going to want to stick around toward the end of the video where I talk about average sale price here in Riverside County. These numbers blew my mind, so I know you're going to be interested. So stick with me for a couple of minutes, and at the end of the video, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or drop those in the comments. As I'm sure most of you are aware by this point, we're in a very interesting housing market, and a lot of what we're seeing today we've never seen before in history. So I'm going to dive into some more recent numbers and tell you a little bit about what I'm seeing in this current market. For March of 2021, we had almost 3,800 new listings hit the market, which was up about 10% compared to February and January of 2021. Now, as we progress and get closer to summer, I expect those numbers to increase month over month. As they typically do every year. Most people move during the summer months. It's a little bit easier, weather's nicer, kids aren't in school, things like that. So I expect those number of new listings to hit the market to increase every month. Now the total number of active listings we had on the market in March of 2021 was about 4,500, which was way down compared to March of 2020 at over 11,000. And even at 11,000 in March of 2020, remember that's when COVID-19 was starting. That's even down from our norm if you compare to March of 2019 and 2018, where we had well over 16,000 active listings in those months. Now for some more interesting numbers, I want to talk about the number of closed sales. In March of 2021, we saw about 3,850 closed sales. Now those numbers are still trickling in a little bit, so by my next market update that might be a little bit higher, but for now let's say about 3,850, maybe almost 3,900 closed sales for March of 2021. Compare that to just January and February that we just had. Those were at about 2,800. We saw about 1,000 more closed listings in March than we did the previous 2 months. However, if you compare back to March of 2020 and even 2019 and 2018, March in those 3 years was averaging about 3,100 closed sales each month. So we're starting to exceed that. But what's really interesting here is that if you remember, I just said we had about 4,500 or so total active listings in March of 2021, but we had almost 3,900 closed listings. So that means for pretty much every new listing that hits the market, another home is selling, which leads me to my next point, which is the days on market. That's a good indicator about how hot the market is and how quickly homes are selling. In March of 2021, the average days on market, again for Riverside County, was about 11 days. That means homes are selling in under 2 weeks in Riverside County on average. Back in February, it was about 14 days, and January was about 16 days. And if you compare to March of 2020, that was at about 29 days. So what we're seeing is that inventory is extremely low, but the number of closed sales is at or higher than what we've typically seen in the past few years. This is telling us that buyers are extremely hungry and sellers are selling their homes very quickly, and in a few minutes I'll tell you that they're selling for top dollar as well. Alright, so I know I told you we were going to talk about average sale price in a few minutes, but let's get right to it because these numbers are pretty amazing. In March of 2021, the average sale price for all property types, homes, condos, manufactured homes, in Riverside County was $577,000. Compare that to earlier this year, let's say January 2021, that average sale price was $534,000. So just over the course of these first few months here in 2021, the average sale price in Riverside County has gone up by about 8%. Now let's compare back to March of 2020. Again, that's when COVID-19 started. People were really unsure about the future, so sales started to decline a little bit. But in March of 2020, the average sale price was $455,000 for all these same property types in Riverside County. So from March of 2020 to March of 2021, the average sale price in Riverside County has gone up by about 26% in just 1 year. Those numbers are pretty unheard of, and it's pretty amazing what's happening right now. To see when the market had gone up, or the average sale price rather, had gone up by 26%, you'd have to compare March of 2020 back to January of 2017. From January 2017 to March 2020, the average sale price went up by about 26%, and that's over the course of about 3 years. And then over the following 1 year, from March of 2020 to March of 2021, the average sale price went up by 26% yet again. So back in January 2017, that average sale price was right around $360,000. Fast forward to March of 2020, that average sale price was then $455,000. And then move forward another year to March of 2021, the average sale price is $577,000. So for all you homeowners out there, if you've bought a home in the last 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, you've built a ton of equity in that home, and a lot of these sellers today are cashing out. They're happy with where the value of their home is at, and they're just deciding to sell. So that may be a good reason for you too, but if you have any questions about that, be sure to give me a call. Now, I'm not going to do this market update without talking about interest rates. That's all the buzz right now, and that's what everybody's been talking about, is where interest rates are and where they're heading. In March of 2021, the nationwide average mortgage interest rate was about 3.08%. Now, if you've been watching this in the news or anything, you know mortgage interest rates have gone up slightly over the last month or two, and actually back in December was the lowest that we saw across the nation at about 2.68%. Well, where we're at now, like I said, March 2021 at about 3.08%, that's about where we were early last summer, last June, July. Still incredibly low interest rates. Historic lows is what we've been seeing over the last 6, 8, 9 months, something like that. For any of you first-time home buyers, just talk to your parents about this. Ask them what their interest rate was on the first home that they bought. They'll tell you if it's 2.68% or 3.08, it doesn't matter. Take it, lock it in. These are amazing interest rates, even though they've gone up a little bit in the last month or so. A lot of people I know can't even get this good of an interest rate on a new car, let alone a $500,000 house or whatever they're going to be looking at. So for all you buyers out there, interest rates are still amazing. Take advantage of it and lock it in for your new home. So to quickly summarize this market update for you really quick, what you really need to take away is that the new listings coming on the market are increasing compared to the last couple of months. The number of closed sales is increasing compared to the last couple of months. The average sale price has been increasing over the last couple of months. The days on market are decreasing, and mortgage interest rates remain extremely low. What this tells me is that I think we're looking forward to a very strong second quarter for 2021 in real estate. I think home values are going to continue to climb a little bit. The number of sales is going to increase as buyers continue to take advantage of these low interest rates and sellers continue to cash out on the value of their homes. Now, if you have any questions about anything I mentioned in here, please drop those in the comments below or shoot me an email. You know, I can't predict the future. This is just what I'm seeing. I don't know everything, but hopefully you learned something from this video. As always, be sure to subscribe, hit the little bell, like, whatever you can do. It really helps me out and encourages me to bring you more content just like this. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.